It's Madden NFL 24. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Bears. And it's coming up next.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. Charles, the Bears trying to piece things back together after a tough 3-14 campaign. But they've got one guy they can build around, though, and that's Justin Fields.
And he is quite the talent, and they're trying to build around him indeed because they've added pieces in free agency, added pieces in the NFL draft. They want to get away from him having to use his legs as much as he did in 2022. They want to be able to throw the ball and move the ball downfield that way as well.
And then for the Raiders, this is a tough team to figure out. They stumbled home to a 6-11 finish last year. But you say if they want to turn things around, it has to start on the defensive end.
It certainly does, and while they've had some dynamic pass rushers along the way, they've needed more, and they've added them now in free agency and the draft, as well as some new faces on the back end to help shut down people throwing the football.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles, Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Fields. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Jones not quite the boost to the pass rush the Raiders hoped he'd be. Only 4.5 sacks in 2022. Still, he was a Pro Bowler in 2021, so plenty of hope that there's some playmaker left and one of the league's active sack leaders.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Evades him at the 10. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
He'll try again, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Foreman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kari Blasingame taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Is another typical season for Jimmy G last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Counter play with Jacobs. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the 1st quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Fields on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go again with Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On second down, Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38 as they've got it as we resume action. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Herbert once more. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Out of the gun, Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They've given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. DeAndre Carter back deep. Taken in at the 11. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. Play action, Garoppolo. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Once again, it's Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year. Just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of the other receivers can beat us.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st down, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Fields. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
2nd and 10. Fields again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Meanwhile, Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That one caught by Carter. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he is caught, and just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half for running back Khalil Herbert. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here is 3rd and 5. Garoppolo now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jones. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. Third down here. Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. This is Homer. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malcolm Kuntz drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Raiders heading out to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And out of bounds right around the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Caught by Mayer. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have cut the lead back down to 2.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Garoppolo going to stay on the field with the Raider offense. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Again, Fields. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Jimmy G and the Raiders now readying for their next drive.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Looking for Michael Mayer on the play.
And now it's second down. Garoppolo looks to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this will be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
2nd and 10. They'll toss it out right to Herbert.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Homer punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence on that play.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He lets it go deep for Mayer. And got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man right side, Myers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Jacobs now. He juked him, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 101 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Carter for a Las Vegas touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs, able to slither by. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 107 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Counter play with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this will be a Bears first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just 1 start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Here's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Khalil Herbert was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Herbert. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll run with Herbert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now motion left with Mooney. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Herbert powering up the middle. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that. When we're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Garoppolo now. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jenkins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And that following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Herbert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Herbert once more. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays, that will be the key to this drive.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Myers. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He finds Mayer here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so because they have momentum going in their direction. They move the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run here with Herbert. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Herbert. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They need 2. Here's third down. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, Carter. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump off here to Bolden. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands, and a potential big play goes by the wayside.
That is caught, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. He'll let this go for Adams. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Raiders have recovered. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
This is 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds. And you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.